Hare Krishna. Where's my other phone? Hey, what happened to it? Hare Krishna. Where's the phone? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. There it is.
Bluetooth connected.
All right, now we're ready. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. If there's some distractions here, if you read it, it looks like there's some crazy. I don't know if there are or not. Just disregard them. Don't waste your time, with people that are, doing what they do. Hare Krishna, it's too important, man. I try to grab your attention, for what? Hare Krishna, they never come here, they just show up here. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. What if I can get... Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Good morning. Hey. If you can, try start a little earlier, because otherwise it's, I have to start at this time, otherwise it ain't going to work. Okay. All right. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my God. Presents again. I love it, man. Every day Santa Claus comes. Oh my Lord. Sri Krishna. This is great there, Lalita. What great fun it is. Krishna and Radha dancing in the heart, man. Ooh, rasa dance, whoa, rasa dance, ho, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. When you can say Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, your life and soul, you think, wow, my life is a success. They're my life and soul, like the devotees in the book. Okay? So you got to be the living book, man, where you're that devotee, man. Radha and Krishna, you're my life and soul, man. And you know it, man, because they're life, everlasting. Lasts. I like things that last, don't you? Nothing lasts in this world, but oh boy, do they last. They're elastic, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Oh, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. I feel holy ghosted. I feel holy ghosted. The ghosts are living in me. The Holy Ghost. I like these ghosts, man. They're the best ghosts around. If you're going to be ghosted, you got to be ghosted by Radha and Krishna, man. That Holy Spirit. Ooh, it's spiritus, full of inspiration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, I just love this treasure. Oh man, they're my great treasure, Radha and Krishna, man. What wealth, fabulous wealth. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just call them to dance in the temple room. That's what I like to do every day. Just come dance in the temple room, please. Give me darshan, man. Let's hear that conch go, man. You know, let's see those. Let's see that offering. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. I did that one. Okay. Oops. Hare Krishna. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Radhar, Shri Vasari, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh boy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. He Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know, Lord Chaitanya came as Krishna to taste the glories that Radharani tastes. You know, that love that she tastes and the happiness she feels. Oh, that's the same thing happens now. You know, you get the mercy, and little Krishna in you is trying to taste the glories of Radha's love and the happiness she feels. You say you're just the empowered version. That's all. He's doing the same thing. That's he just all of Kali Yuga. He just comes to do the same thing, you know, in you, and you know, you become the empowered version of the 550-year original. Same original there. One candle lit, another candle, man. It's all through this Kali Yuga, man. You know, it's the same Lord tasting, you know, and you're the temple, man. You're the where the action is, man. You're all where the party is. After a while, people get to know that, you know. Why not, man? He's the all-attractive one, right? He starts manifesting in this world. People start looking. They start seeing, hey, man, we caught Lolita's attention. Huh? She's, ooh, I've been looking for that. I've been looking for that party, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. One guy came yesterday, and he says, hey, man, that looks really good what you're doing. I want to worship like that. So how do I do this? Do I just keep chanting? I said, no, you got to come and hang out with the Russics, man. Yeah, just become friends, you know, make friends, come part of this family, you know. He said, oh, really? yeah, that's it, man. Easy peasy. Yeah, you'll be a divine fool. Laughing fool, like Tom's becoming here. Yeah. Hare Krishna. There he is, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna. We come here to still his mind. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Yeah, you come here, you can see that Lord Chaitanya is the life and soul of the devotees getting the mercy here. You can see it's just like in the book. You read in the book, you know, Lord Chaitanya was the life and soul of Swarab Damodar, man. You see the same thing here. The devotees, you could see, oh, the life and soul. What does that look like? You guys see, you come here, you see what it looks like. You know, oh, that's what it looks like. Yeah, yeah. You got to see it on a devotee. Then you understand. Otherwise, you don't understand. You just speculate. Oh, life and soul. It's just the words, just a bunch of flowery words. Oh, Lord Chaitanya is your life and soul. Yeah, but what does that look like, man? Where is it in reality? Where is it manifesting in the living place, man? In the living temple? Then we know, right? What do you think it is? Why do you think you need devotee Bhagavats? The knowledge personified in a body. That's why God comes. That's why Jesus came in the body, right? Lord Chaitanya in the body. That's why we're here in the body. You know this? Why living guru, a living, no, all I need is Prabhupada's books. Well, look at you, still in your head. You're still a mean old, prick. You hate everybody. You hate yourself. Yeah. Well, obviously it didn't work, did it? But this works. You notice, you see living devotees with the living presence, the living God in there, and you can see this person's life and soul is Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. Are you have any doubts, anybody yet? 365 days a year we're here. Why? Because the Lord is our life and soul. He's the most attractive personality in all of the universes, not just this one, in all of them. Why wouldn't we be here 365 days a year? If I could double that, I would do it. Right there, Shamaguri. Am I saying a lie, or is this true? What would you say there, Shamaguri? Let's see your your face here. Moving camera. There we go. There we go. There it is. Isn't this fantastic, Shamaguri? Where do you find a raving party like this, man? With truth, so much truth, it's spilling over everywhere and everybody. Come on, man. Are you still satisfied looking at these books, and just see the words and your speculations? Or how would you like to see what it looks like? How would you like to see what it looks like to chant the holy name in ecstasy? Yeah. No, I don't want to see. Too bad, man. Whether you want it or not, or like it or not, it's all over the plastered Facebook Live and Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, you're going to see it. Why? Just because the Lord desires it. He knows that you're going to be happy. Little purification, and then it'll manifest. You got to get fed up with yourself, man. Fed up with being miserable, man, and just enjoy your life and soul forever, man. Fed up carrying around those heavy rocks, man. The old conditioning with the life. See, people's life and soul is that old conditioning. The old conditioning. Oh, poor me. Oh, don't you feel sorry for me? That's the old thing. What do you want to carry on? How about just, hey, man, God, man, fantastic, man. Look at the party. Hare Krishna, ecstasy every day. So, yeah. And after a while, you just get fed up with that other part. Man, I'm fed up. I heard that. Fed up, man. Great. That's fantastic. I'm so happy you're fed up, man. Let it go and just stay rocking and rolling with Krishna like some of us are doing now. You're fed up with that conditioning, man. Good. You don't like it? Yeah, good. Just let it come up more and just taste it more and see how miserable it is. It makes you miserable and causes problems with the devotees. And yeah, just get fed up with that, because that's what it is. All I know personally is the more I get into Krishna and just rocking and rolling every day, I become a nicer person. I don't offend Lalita Ganga and call her, the F words and stuff like that. I don't need to. See, that's what you get. You're on the right path. Anybody that's, has all this conditioning and you're getting fed up, great, man. That's so great. You're fed up, man. That's what you're really fed up with. And just keep relishing the ecstasy. Keep chanting in ecstasy. And all that old conditioning that used to be your life and soul that makes you miserable and makes everybody else miserable and keeps you in the material world will go bye-bye. We'll give it wings and it can fly somewhere else. To the fault finders out there, they like that stuff. Yeah. You get my drift here, man? That's why we're here to encourage you, those who are in this more ecstatic stage, and stay in there and give up this misery here. wanting to want attention, you know, the happiness is giving Krishna attention, you know, and then he gives you attention, and then there's perfect happiness. Not getting attention. Oh, God, well, look at me. This is why people in our sangha, they're having problems. They're still in the look at me thing. Well, get fed up with it, man. Get fed up with committing offenses and offending. Get fed up with it. It's great, man. You're almost there. Get fed up being miserable. Get fed up being an imitator. Get fed up trying to imitate what I'm doing. You can't do it. Impossible. Proof is in the pudding. So if anybody's having problems, with the conditioning, that's what it is. And that's why this is the only hope, really. You got to be around ecstatic devotees who have been fed up by other times with that. Okay? And just, let it go. And then just go deeper into this. So a lot of people, if you're at that stage, you're almost there. Just keep going, man. Just keep going. Don't let it deviate you. Don't let that be your life and soul, because, well, you know what it does? Just cause you miserable. See, false ego is the last layer to get through. That's that part that wants attention. It wants to be something, wants to be important, all that. You're almost there when you're through it, but it's so I know what it is to identify with that. And it ain't pretty. It doesn't cause auspiciousness in this world or to anybody. That's why it's here. That's the false ego. And that's why, ultimately we get fed up with it when you get this. Yeah. It is so satisfying to just give Krishna the attention. And then he gives you attention. You say, oh, wow. Because when you give Krishna attention and you love it, I just love giving Krishna attention, man. It is the greatest thing in the world. I just love feeding him, man, and making him happy. That's my happiness. See, that's pure devotional service. That's the target here. That's the goal. Okay? If you know that's the goal, like, yeah, I want to be happy, making Krishna happy. I want to feel that. I want to see what it's like that Gaur is doing that and others are doing that. What that's like. Because it's impossible to understand. You have to get it by grace and the association that flows through the devotees, and there's no other way. That's Vrindavan. All the verses say that. I just say what the verses are. You got to be the verses, man. You got to be that devotee. It is not through austerities and renunciation that you attain Vrindavan Krishna, or pious deeds, or mantra yoga, or your sadhana of 1 lakh or 2 lakhs even. It's through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. Do you see that here? Yeah. So there you go, man. There's the door. There's the path. Not your 2 lakhs, not your 3 lakhs. You can still be a demon and chant 3 lakhs for name and fame. It's a little hard, but, somebody could do it. I've seen people do it, I've seen people, and they were still demons inside. One guy chanted 3 lakhs and he hated Bhakti Siddhanta. Can you imagine? 3 lakhs and still hates Bhakti Siddhanta. How could you hate a devotee like that? That's why we're here, because of Bhakti Vinod, Gorkashore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod, and Prabhupada. We're here because of the real line. You're here because on this level of the line, which is the finishing part of that line, you are now becoming fit to associate with Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. And no joke, not a bunch of bullshit, man. You see it, man. You get the same devotion that these devotees have. You can go where they are. You're not going to be one of those, after 10,000 years, these hard-hearted person. Then we're waiting for Prabhupada to be here, the only Acharya. And you're just going to be a peon over there. And he's going to be, oh yeah, there he is. And you're still hard-hearted Ritvik or something. Or Vaidhi Bhakti, no, you hate devotees like this, right? Can you see how many people still hate us? They hate this. They hate Lalita chanting in ecstasy. Can you imagine? Well, don't worry, man. That's your attraction. That's your bond here. Yeah, just keep looking at that. Keep hating it, man. Come, come and look at it and find out all kinds of faults with it. Just keep looking at it. It's a fire, and it's going to burn away everything, all your illusions, and you're going to love it. That's what Lord Chaitanya did. That's what I've been doing for 25 years, preaching here. People hate it. I mean, God, yeah, I hate that guy. Yeah, great. Hate it more, man. I know we're effective. This is the effective stage. I know my reward in spirit is going to be great, like Jesus said, when they spit on you and do all those things. Yeah. See? And after a while, they realize the world gets purified, and they look and say, oh, wow, this is really great. See? It's a burden of love. Gee, look at Kalya. Krishna didn't stop dancing on his hoods because Kalya was reacting and hating him and biting him and all. He just kept dancing, right? He knew something. We know something. See, we know these kinds of confidential things that nobody knows. Unless you're close. See, you just keep dancing on the hoods of the illusion. Boom. Eventually, coughs up. There's no more stuff to cough up, man. And then you see, wow, man. Wow, devotees are great, man. Devotees, they're the most important. They're more important than Trump and Biden and Fauci and Bill Gates. They're more important than them. Let us start looking at them. Let us start listening to real devotees. Why are we listening to Fauci's? Look at what that's done to our lives. All these people full of false egos, we believed in them. See, we're worshipers. Everybody's a worshiper of the Lord. Did you know that? We're all worshipers of God. It's just there's a false ego God. It's his dark shadow, and then there's the light. We worship the light, right? Isn't that great? The light is so much lighter. Don't you want to lighten up? Isn't that those words that Krishna makes? It's amazing. Light, lighter, lighten up, enlightenment. See, these are our words. These are our words every day. More and more light, more and more enlightenment, more and more lighter. What kind of better path can you get than that? Can you say that? Anybody out there that may be a newbie or something? Is your life like that? Do you feel light, lighter, and lighter? Or are you feeling more and more heavy? Or just more or less the same? Well, hey, man, come here. Do you like that idea, the conception of being light, lighter, and enlightened more every day? A verb, enlightened? I love the verb. I don't want to be a noun. No, I'm enlightened. I'm in some enlightened place. And I'm just looking at the lights. See, that's Brahman. Oh, my enlightenment goes deeper every day. I love that, man. I love learning about God. Who God is, because God is the greatest personality of Godhead. He's the greatest person, right? Supreme personality of Godhead. Got to be an interesting person, right? If he's supreme person, find out. I know that's true, man, because I can't stop learning about him every day. It's very ecstatic to be in school, learning about Radha and Krishna's love. Isn't it nice? Who likes to go? Usually people don't like to go to school. You got to go and put all that weight on, memorize this. That's what they're doing in religion, in Vaishnavism. Yeah, learn all these things, memorize. It's like you carry away. I don't have to learn nothing like that. I don't learn like that. Just give me in the name of God and let me chant it. Let me just call them. It's just automatic now. I need you, man. I'm calling you. You better come, man. Otherwise I can't live. And, that's what captures the Lord. The Lord saying, oh, this person's my devotee. They're depending on me. I got to come and satisfy them. They're not satisfied with all the wealth and everything in the world and gold and women and all that stuff. They want me. See, you want to be like that? Well, that's how we roll here, man. You want the Lord. You want to find out what it looks like first. You want to see how it is in the bodies of some living temples first. You got to see how good it is. See, and then the yearning, oh boy, I want to worship like that comes. Oh, there you go, man. You're on the real path. Path of desire, of taste, of greed. That's Vrindavan. Every day they're feeling like this. You come here, you'll start feeling like that too. You want to meet with Krishna, right? Every day they wake up in the morning. Where's Krishna? Because every day it's going deeper. Every day they get to know him better, and it's the greatest thing in the universe for them. They don't even want to leave Vrindavan. That's why I never leave Vrindavan. You think I leave Vrindavan? You don't think I'm in Vrindavan? Every day I'm in Vrindavan. I have to live there, man. I can't survive here in this cesspool they call the material world. Full of shadows everywhere and people looking at shadows. What kind of life is that, man? Got to have light, right? Got to have enlightenment every day, man. You get addicted to the light. See, this is the reality. Do you like to live in this reality, man? Is this world good? Or do you want to live in the world of these other people? See, everybody's living in their world, and then they're speaking about it, getting followers of their world. You want to live in Fauci's world? You think his world is great? Or Bill Gates? Or how about some of these gurus' worlds? Do you think their world is really great? If you ever got to see, you never get to see their world. They give you a world out there, but it's not their real world. Many of them, their real world might be very different. It's like the Pharisees. You think their world was what they showed on the when they went to the temples? You think their world is like this? How many stories have you heard? Look at the big things. They're trying to pretend what the Krishna world is like. Here you come here, you'll see what Vrindavan is like. This is what it's like. What you see here, this kind of worship, Krishna is very attractive. Do you notice that in the bodies of some people? Yeah, the devotees are very ecstatically loving Krishna. You notice that in the bodies of devotees here somewhere? You see the living book here? You see the living Vrindavan here? Yeah, I've tried to tell my ex-wife, what is this? She says, why don't you live in Vrindavan? I said, I do live in Vrindavan. I don't believe it. See, that's her problem. She never believed it. She believes other people, others. Okay, well, that's what you get. You get a big kick in the fanny when you don't believe the truth, right? So many that left here, they're like that. Well, you don't believe in that. Look at your world now. Look at your reality and look at ours. We're going to make it for your benefit. We'll show you this extraordinary kingdom that's growing every day. You notice? And the only reason, why don't you have more followers? Because most want something else, but the jewels come here. You notice? The ones who really want the real thing. They really want Krishna come here. I'll stick with them. Our kingdom is growing, patiently, step by step, until it fills the whole universe. It's like the pastime with Sudama Brahman. He was very poor at first, very poor. But he had Krishna, and he was fine with that. He had pure devotional service. Just like I can totally relate. That's what was my life. I was very poor had no followers, had no money. I lived in vans. I still live in vans often. I lived on the street, and I was happy with that. But I had God. And that just grew and grew and grew. Just like in Sudama Brahman. I became more and more friends with the Lord. That never stops. And all of a sudden, the kingdom grows. The kingdom of devotion grows. And then people see, wow, I think you've got the real value. Okay, the kingdom of God grows. People think it's a monetary thing. No, it's a devotional thing. People start to see, wow, that's what's really real in this world. This kingdom you're growing. You ever see those little crystals you put in water and then they grow and they grow more? It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. That's this garden of devotion. Bigger, 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 bigger. And didn't Jesus say that? The kingdom of God starts out as the smallest seed, mustard seed, and then becomes the biggest tree. He knew. We also know here. It's the way Krishna always works. Starts small. Like that fish incarnation, Fish incarnation was just like a little goldfish floating around in a small tank. And then he got bigger because his devotee was there, The devotee was put him in a smaller, bigger tank after he got bigger, bigger, bigger. Had to put him in the ocean finally, and then carried the devotee around, took him to safety. That's the way Krishna, you notice that? Isn't he growing? Isn't he taking us to safety? Isn't he growing up? Because we got Vrindavan worship here. We transferred him from the abode of Vaidhi Bhakti where there's the Kamsas oppressing you, right? Weren't you impressed? Oppressed and depressed and suppressed. See, on that association. See? It's called hypocritical, motivated religiosity. See, pull you out of there, man. See, pull you into Vrindavan. Now Krishna can awaken and grow up, get very strong. And then we go back to Mathura, see, to the abode of Vaidhi Bhaktis and the rules, regulations, and all that. There's oppression there still. And we start liberating those people because we got the power, man. Krishna in us has grown up. See, where do you hear these pastimes like this? This is, these pastimes are not bedtime stories only. Not just in a book, and you just say the words and just a bunch of words. No, they're reality. They're this reality here because that's exactly what we're doing. This is Vrindavan here, and you guys are growing up here and getting strong, and then you're going to go preach to your old friends and bring them also to this level. You'll have the strength to do that because Krishna and you will be strong and enlightened and enlivened. Now, what I'm doing is I just doing the same thing. I was, lived in ISKCON for 5 years, and I just stayed in Vrindavan for some years, and getting stronger, and I'm pulling you guys in now, pulling you on the boat. Okay. And see how it works? It's not going to. This is how it works. This is the system. This is parampara system. Just pulling fish on the boat. That's it, man. You're fishermen on this. See, same thing as Gina. I just, hey man, I'm going to make you a fish. I'm going to make you fishermen of men. See, and then you become like that. And you'll say the same thing. Oh, you people coming, they flop on your boat, and you say, hey man, I'll make you fishermen of men. Just stay here. Don't flop back into the ocean. So some just jump back in there. These fish, boom. Anyway, whoever stays. They make it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. When I was, Shamasundari says, I feel the kingdom from, speaking. Well, that's how it is. It's spoken into existence. Didn't you know that? In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. That's how the kingdom is created, and that's how it's destroyed. You see, the kingdom of God is created by the Word, the reality of the devotee. He's spoken into existence. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to live in the realities others are speaking into existence. You see, and then you live in that world because you're listening. That's where. So you got to find the real servants of the transcendental Lord. They speak into existence the spiritual world. It's all in the books. See, they speak. They're like architects. Architect, they work from the drawing and they create a house, a mansion. That's what Jesus is talking about. In my Father's house are many mansions. The devotees are like architects. They look at the plans. See, the plans are the devotional scriptures, and they speak out those scriptures, the plan, and it starts creating. Why go through all the work? We got to build big temples, and it's all external. Here we big. This is an internal temple, man. You just hear the word, man, and the temple is starting to build. It starts to erect and starts getting bigger. Here, what do you need all this material stuff? It's so hard to push things around. And all that money you need to build a big temple. And luckily, there was that guy. What's his name? The Ford guy. Yeah. So anyway, we don't need it. We just build the temple by the word. The word is all the plans are all there. Every day, this sadhu sangha is building that temple, man. And the Lord has been looking for this temple to be built. He loves a temple like this. This is a very rare temple. That's why Prabhupada came when I started building this temple, just spontaneous, because people came and they heard. He was so blissed out, man, in that lucid dream. He says, man, you're doing exactly, he didn't do it like, you're doing exactly like that, Ray. He was so blissed out, man, like extremely, excessively blissful. Oh, you're doing exactly what I want. You do this, you do more of this. Right? This has my full approval. See, the full was put in. He didn't say this has my approval. This has my full approval. Build the temple now. Build the internal temple. We built the external ones enough, okay? There are going to be some ready who want this one, this reality to be their reality. Well, that's why, Narada Muni's in all the universes, man. He goes anywhere he wants. You think he ever leaves the temple or Vrindavan? He's always with God because he builds it. He's in the temple. He's like a moving, they have airplanes. These, the demigods have these airplanes. The devotee has their airplanes, but it's Vaikuntha. Wherever they go is a spiritual world. See, they speak it into existence. That's why they continually chant the holy name in this world. That's why we have our sadhu sanghas 365 days a year. Continually building the temple, making it bigger, 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 more room for more people. You notice? The more people come, the more it expands. There's no limitations here. It's Vrindavan. The more people that enter Vrindavan, it expands. You know how many Vaikuntha planets, and they're very large, can fit in Vrindavan? So many. Boy, lots of comments, I think. Or they're just going over and over again. I don't know. Yeah, this guy says, my life gets darker and darker. Well, hey, man, get some good sense and come here, man. Why would you want to stay in darkness? Come here and you'll see there's light here. There's truth here. So get out of the darkness. Actually, you'll be kissing the ground. Thank you for the darkness. It brought me to the light. This is real light here. So, don't just say, well, I'm living in darkness, and then you go back and live in the darkness. Well, by some good luck, you found the real light here. The real spiritual world is here. So stay here, and you have the easiest thing in the world. You go right into the kingdom of God here. Otherwise, it's darkness everywhere. Everywhere is darkness. Very rare to find a place where the light is. Well, actually, the light is wherever those who are worshiping God with a pure heart, a purified heart. That's where the kingdom of God is. Go there. But there, it's kind of rare and it's not easy to see. We make it so easy. You'll know how to identify where God is. God is where his real devotees are that have real devotion, real ecstatic, intimate, loving devotion to him. That he's drawn to that. That's the door to the kingdom of God. That personality. Okay? Just like there's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Well, there's a Supreme Personality Servitor Godhead. See, the Supreme Personality of this world could be more than one. It's a devotee, a real devotee has real bhakti. That's the supreme person that you could meet in this world, in this universe. Be they a demon or a demigod body, but if they have true devotion to God, real devotion, and you see it, now you found what is real in this whole universe. Otherwise, everything is an illusion. You got to have the light, man. The light is the eye of devotion. No eye of devotion, you're in some level of darkness. You don't speak. I mean, Lord, I'm just telling you what the book teaches on the highest levels that Lord Chaitanya spoke. He said, if you hear any philosophy or anything that sounds good and everything, but it lacks devotion, it's illusion. Listen, though, if you understand this point, listen only to real devotees. That's how you see Janaki. She only listens to real devotees. A lot of people here, they just want to hear from real devotees. After a while, you get spoiled, and then you'll even listen to Vaidhi Bhaktas, and you will be bored, and that's a good thing. Because Krishna in you is bored, and now you know what it is. And you're not impressed with flowery words of the Vedas, flowery words of the Vaishnava philosophy, without the backing of this real, heartfelt, blissful devotion and conclusive truth. This truth, when you hear it, you feel it. That truth is in your mind. Oh, it sounds really good. I'm here, but not here. Okay? And when you stop praising all those flowery words, now you're making progress. Now you're on your way to pleasing Krishna. You're learning, because he's not pleased with that. You got to show in this world what really pleases him. That's what it's all about. Now you're a real good representative, better than good. You're a transcendental representative of the Lord. You want to be like that? Come here, we'll train you. Yeah, so you want to get rid of that darkness? Come here, man. You bask in the light, man. And your darkness will go and you'll be happy forever. If not, go back into the darkness. You probably will. It takes a while to get resolved. But if you go back in the darkness, come back here. Just go back and forth for a while. Get perspective. That's how the only way you learn. Back and forth. Go back in the darkness. That's why, it takes a while to get fed up with the false ego. For a while, you got to, oh, poor me. I'm so, don't you feel sorry for me? No, I feel drained. And you're getting drained too. Your real life is draining out of you. Are you fed up yet? See? Go back and forth until you're fed up and you let it. Okay, let's drop that skin, man. It's just a skin, man. It's weight. Don't need it anymore. That's what I told Alita in Florida when I was there. She was back and forth, doing her class. One day on, one day, and then on. I said, hey, man, when you finally get it, you just let that go, because look how happy you are when you're really in the bliss. And she says, but I can't let it go. I said, don't worry. It'll just, Krishna will help you now. We've identified. See, we named it. It's the whole thing. You got to name these things. You got to see it. And then Krishna will, okay, now you see it. And you start letting it go. And then you live in the bliss more and more. Why not, man? Why would you want to live in anything else? Why live in what which is not really real? It's only real for a time, and then you die and you get another false ego later, Then you come back here. Here, it's gone forever, man. Yeah. Just like Krishna appears here, right? When you pass from the body, is it going to be any different? You have loving devotion here, and you think he that's his appearance. He's here. Devotion attracts him, so he's here with you, right? So you pass from the body. What are you going to see? What you see here, right? Only you'll the material covering will be off, and you'll see what you feel. See? So the feeling's more important. People have seen Krishna, but what was their attitude? Like that washerman in 10th canto, man. He saw Krishna, but he had no devotion awakened, no devotion cultivated. And what happened? He hated Krishna. See, he wasn't purified. Look at you guys. You're getting devotion here. You like these classes. You like my crazy talk. You like this crazy ecstasy you see every day. Well, hey man, you're seeing the real deal. That's the Lord's, reflection on the devotee. And you like it. You don't think you're gonna like the Lord? No, of course you're gonna like him. You won't hate him when you see him. Like the washerman. You know the path the washerman followed? That's why you Vaitis have to eventually see the fault in it. He did austerities. Lord Chaitanya, right, talked about this. He did austerities for many lifetimes, austerities that they're doing in ISKCON and Smiti, Gaurima, for lifetimes to see Krishna, like they're doing to see Krishna, right? To attain Krishna, they're doing that path. And you know what the result was for the washerman? He got to see Krishna, but he had no devotion awakened because it was a many lifetime thing. Do your austerities many lifetimes, and you'll see Krishna, you'll attain Krishna. He attained Krishna, but he didn't have this devotion because he didn't follow the path we're preaching here. See how we're helping devotees find the real path? They're following that path. We're following the real path because, see, this works. Devotion is here. So when Krishna, we go into the Leela and see Krishna, what love is going to be there, right? Because we love him here, you love him there. You see how this thing works? Jesus talked about it. What you bind on earth, you bind in spirit. You bind devotion, you got devotion. You bind a hard heart from your austerities only, and you don't come to the devotees, then you bound a hard heart when you die, right? Your heart is hard here, it's hard there. You don't, if your heart doesn't melt chanting Hare Krishna and Lord Chaitanya's name and Radha and Krishna's name, your heart is hard as rock. Where's the possibility to soften that? Only in the society of ecstatic devotees. Look at these guys doing austerities out there, and then they come and look over here and go hard here. See, that's the washerman thing. So why are you following the washerman path? Don't you understand the Bhagavatam? See, of course not. They don't. You can't understand it that way. You have to understand it this way, chanting in ecstasy, and then the Lord shows you all these jewels. You're all jewels. This is all the real way, man. This is light on the path. Get you in the door. See, it's all in the book, isn't it? Am I not preaching the book as it is? Do you think any of these gurus who follow these other paths, they can't tell you this. They can't show you this. They can't show you the real way to attain Krishna in this life. Yeah, proof of empowerment. You got to see, where is that proof? Well, it's where the real Bhagavatam is preached. And if there's honest persons listening here or come to listen here, they'll know this. Krishna will show them that this is honest. This is real. This is not a bluff. This works. Okay? But if your heart is not honest and it's crooked and you want crooked things, you'll go there. You'll be off. But this message is for the honest in the heart. Just like Bhagavatam teaches this. Maharaj Prithu was like that. He gave a beautiful message, and he said, this is for the honest people with an honest heart. The others will not get it. They won't receive it. Hey, this is the path. Do you receive the devotee? Do you receive the devotee? Do you receive the path of ecstatic devotee through their word? Because that'll be your reality. They speak that. Isn't that spoken into this reality? This is my reality. I speak it into existence. So it becomes other people's realities. It's a fantastic world. Krishna lives in this world. Radha lives in this world. Why shouldn't the whole world live in the world? They know the best thing, right? They're the supreme personalities of Godhead. They know the best of everything. Why not live in their world? Okay. Does that make sense? Or is that just crazy talk? Okay. think we got Bozo back here. Okay. All right, that was interesting. Let's take those off for a while here. All right, Hare Krishna. Let's see here. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Continuing on in the 10th canto, the 29th verse, 29th chapter, verse number 4, when the young women of Vrindavan heard Krishna's flute song, see, which arouses romantic feelings in their minds, were captivated by the Lord. See? So, yeah, you see, this is all cryptic, encoded, codes, encoded things. Very esoteric, very confidential, very conclusive. That's how the Vaishnavas read. And I love decoding things. I love puzzles. I love how they hide stuff. And I just love to kind of bring it out, to bring some, show a few things here. It's just so nice, See, so yeah. So when the young women of Vrindavan heard Krishna's flute song, see, we're all flutes, man. So what song are you singing? What song are you playing? The modes of nature? Are you passionate and you ever hear, you can go, you come here, you'll learn how to analyze things properly. You look at people in the mode of passion and they speak. Very passionate, right? Yeah, mode of goodness, very kind of flowery, swan-like, not a bee yet, like in religion, they have a lot of nice flowery speakers, right? Shamaguri was impressed by some flowers and stuff like this, and others too, and they speak like that, so mode of goodness, they got that kind of thing. Mode of ignorance, we got some of those in our group here. Yeah. So we got, you can see the energies coming from people. See, so they're all flutes, but for what kind of energy is flowing through them? See, this is why the truth is, in the Uttamadhikari's view, all people are servants of the Lord. See, we're all devotees. We're all devoted to the mode of ignorance, passion, goodness, or what we preach here, transcendental Krishna. Ecstatic Krishna. Why? Because he's given us this gift to be attracted to transcendental Krishna and to become flutes like him, that like he uses in transcendental world. See, so when you hear that song, that's a transcendental flute. That's the flute that Krishna plays in Vrindavan. Do you hear that flute? See, there's going to be something that's going to do what? Well, like you see in Lalita, it arises romantic feelings. See, he's like, oh, I just love Krishna. I love these words. See, you're just loving Krishna. That's all. So when they say, Gaur, I just love you. Yeah, what are you loving, man? You're loving Krishna. I'm just a flute, right? For what? To play a song. Okay? And that song is what you love. That's why this is all science, man. It's a science. Krishna says, those who love me, or Lord Chaitanya quoted the verse. He said, those who say they're my devotees and they love me directly are not my real devotees. Those who are the devotees of my devotees, see, devotees of my flutes, they love to hear, that song that actually Krishna is playing through them, through an intimate associate. See, now those are my devotees. See, how do you know? How do you know there's devotees of Krishna here? Well, they happen to be devotees of devotees here. They love the flute, the song that comes through those flutes. They love it. They love it, and see, and then they actually glorify their guru, man, who's the flute of Krishna, right? You got to have that kind of. That's the guru. The real guru is that. They're the real transcendental flute of Krishna, not a mundane flute, not a mode of goodness flute, even not a liberation flute, not words of liberation and glories of liberation or glories of rules, regulations, and piety. Not a flute of passion for the world and making money and using God and having material motives. Not that kind of flute. Not an ignorant flute that wants to take advantage of God and devotees and the devotional path and destroy it or the world. No, transcendental flute. Isn't that where in 10th canto, summum bonum, got to have transcendental talks. Can you see these are transcendental talks? Do they unlock these codes of the 10th canto, the summum bonum? Can you imagine? People think they want to, I could never get the 10th canto. Well, you can if you hear 10th canto, if your heart is being purified, and then you listen and you have love for your guru, you're going to hear the 10th canto and understand it. See, so that's the whole point. When you find the real line here, you hear from the Lord's flute. They're gopis, man, and they describe the glories of the love of Vrindavan. You notice, and because you honor that flute and you listen to that flute, and you don't listen to these other flutes in the world because all they do is cause more or less bewilderment of what is not really real. A good flute is not good enough. You need a transcendental flute to enunciate the real vision of Vrindavan. These verses are the vision of Vrindavan. See, these are the real truths of the highest Dham. Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna didn't get to hear this stuff. He heard Bhagavad Gita, right? And he loved it. I also love Bhagavad Gita. I love all things. I love so many rasas. I love what Arjuna, I love anything about Krishna, actually. Yeah, that's a gopi thing. Gopis, what do you think? They're different. People say, you should never hear about it. Oh, I'll hear it all. I don't care. Sometimes I'm in different moods, just like they were. When Uddhava came, they asked Uddhava, tell us all about Krishna's activities in Mathura and Dwarka. And they listened to it and they loved it. Why? Because it was related to their Krishna. And they like to see, how's he working over there? How does he do? It's like interesting, Krishna's the most interesting person. Well, he's the supreme personality of Godhead after all. Yeah. Arose romantic feelings in their minds and were captivated by the Lord. See, that's Harikatha. See, there's a captivating factor here. If you can listen for an hour, for 2 hours, for sometimes 3 or 4 hours, that's a captivation, right? Must be transcendental words. You can't listen to mundane words for 4 hours. That's impossible. Who could do that? Well, you might do it, but it'll be a big austerity. I'm forcing myself. Oh, I hate this. I got to get out, but I can't because, I got to people please. I got to stick it out. But what is your experience? Misery, pain, suffering. Yeah. Krishna's words, when you get purified, then you want to hear them. You want to come to Sadhu Sangha, right there, Shamaguri. You want to come here and listen to these things. Makes you happy. See, that's your good fortune, is to be happy, to listen to transcendental flutes, playing transcendental songs or speaking transcendental truths. Your good fortune is to like it, because if you don't, that's like Kalya, a little Kalya inside there. Krishna's dancing on my hoods. I don't like this. See? But that'll go. You just keep listening, just stay engaged with the devotees here. So that's the path, man. You come here, you're going to get purified. Expect it. Expect that's your delay is the purification, but that's part of the path, man. That's why you see when they say expect delays, on the road, they say, hey, there's construction going on. This is going to be good. You're going to have a nice road built from that. That's what's going on here. I say expect the delays, man. Expect the false ego to rise its head, man. Expect that, it's the construction's going on, but the road is going to be great from that. Man, that's a good one. Can anybody see how good that was? Where does that come from? That's like Krishna. He has great examples. See, if he's really playing you, man, that's what I liked about Prabhupada. I knew Krishna was playing him, man, because his examples and his aphorisms were fantastic, and it's the same thing here. They're amazing. They're nothing like these. That's proof. Proof is the parampara is always like that. What the devotees speak, because Krishna's actually really speaking through them, everything is extraordinary. What they say is extraordinary. The aphorisms are extraordinary. That's why you see Jesus. He used these amazing aphorisms, amazing parables. The people are still meditating on them, how the kingdom of God is like this and like this and like this. See, only devotees used by the Transcendental Lord can have that, can do that. It's very attractive, isn't it? You're just captivated by truths that, never heard before. What's spoken here. That's why I come here every day. I hear things myself. I'm like you guys, listening attentively, like Lilita, listening to these things. I think, whoa, man, that's never been spoken before. So beautiful, so amazing, so captivating. I also stay here for, hey, man, it's not like I'm getting bored either. I also like to stay around and listen to these things. How can that be? Well, that's the way it works. The speaker also is hearing, right? There's hearing and chanting, right? You could do it, we can multitask in this thing. They say multitasking is not good, but here multitasking is great, man. Hear and chant and remember and surrender. You can really you can do so many things in devotional service, multitasking, even, see, you do all these things and they don't cause any problem. I know when I chant the holy name, my heart is desiring the Lord, desiring, yeah, you're my life, man. Come. And remembering and chanting and desiring and hearing and surrendering and looking at the Lord. Padasevanam is basically going around the Lord and looking at the Lord and not taking your eyes off the Lord, doing that. Serving the Lord, serving the name, yeah, especially in Sankirtan. This is Sankirtan too, speaking these things out loud. So, see, multitasking for Krishna is fantastic. Lord Chaitanya preached. He said, all nine processes of devotional service are in chanting the holy name. That's why I like it so much. Japa, kirtan, yeah. Everything is here. Their minds were captivated by the Lord. They went to where their lover waited. See, each unknown to each other, moving so quickly that their earrings swung back and forth. See, they went to where their lover waited. And where does he wait, my friends? Pretty easy, man. No brainer now. He's waiting in the holy name. He's waiting in Harikatha. He's waiting for us, isn't he? He's waiting. Are we going to arrive? He's waiting here. That's why every day he's waiting. Every day you chant the holy name, even on your own. That's where he's waiting, and you're coming. He's out there on Sankirtan. You're out there chanting. Oh, there he is. He's been waiting there for you. I even have people tell me, I was walking down the street. I can't. These guys are starting, how they pester people, for money and stuff. They pester them here. They go, oh, you come here, you go on the tour. They pester me for chanting. I swear to God. I walk down the street. They come and say, where's the chanting? Where's the chanting? You got to chant. They're waiting. See, Krishna's waiting. And see how Krishna's waiting there. He's telling you. He doesn't. He's vocal about it now. People are they get attached to this. They like to hear the. Where is the chanting, man? Everything's boring when you're chanting. Now Krishna's not. He's getting satisfied. Why Sankirtan's so great? Why Lord gave it? People are waiting for it now. It's like, they run up to me. I tell you, I should take a video. It's uncommon. How can this be? They're hawking everybody else for stuff, and they're hawking me for Krishna. Everybody else. Well, come here. We got this tour for you. You come, give us your money, and they come in. Hey, go give us the name. Give us the name. It's the most funniest thing. Unbelievable how Krishna, this way, I just sold out to Krishna. He's so fantastic. He's like amazing. This world is filled with God everywhere. Just waiting. He's just waiting. And so when the devotees go, you see, this is this verse. See, now, because of this Kali Yuga, the Lord is saying, hey, go on Sankirtan. I'm waiting for you. See? Go do Harikatha here. He's waiting. See, you guys are waiting. And also, when I don't do this class, how many people come up to him and say, where's the class? We wonder what happened to you. See, Krishna's waiting in you. And you're lucky because you're interested. See, that's a devotee. See? Now you understand these verses? See, this is unlocking the highest truths. This is how Vrindavan becomes everywhere. You cause the same mood in people. They wait to hear that name. They're attracted. Some of the gopis were milking cows when they heard Krishna's flute. They stopped milking and
Thanks for using.
Oh, that was on there. They stopped. You notice that too, like some people, they have work to do, like Pani and Sundari, So they have sometimes work to do, but then they hear the Harikatha. They just put that on the stove on the back burner, and they come and listen. They drop everything. Sometimes they do that. Not all the time, but as their greed increases, the more and more they try to figure out ways that can work less and hear more. Yeah, because you see its value. See, the thing is, that's how it is see the value more and more. Yeah. So you become in the mood of the gopis. That's the mood of gopis. When they hear Krishna's flute playing, that's a devotee. Devotee is they're meeting with Krishna, and it's like Krishna's playing them. The flute is playing Krishna. They're playing Krishna. That song they're chanting, or Harikatha, or whatever it is they're doing. See, and then you go and meet there. See, you go and where Krishna really is. People go they go, okay, it's time to go to Kirtan. It's the Sunday program and all. They go kind of out of duty. See, but when you go to meet Krishna, wherever Krishna is, it's an attraction. And so when you go, see, they call this external bhakti. When you go to the temple to meet Krishna, could be, usually is more external, because you're going to an external place to meet Krishna. See? This is what Jesus was saying. You don't know the Lord really intimately like I do. See? Because I worship in spirit and truth. I don't have to go anywhere to worship Krishna. I just worship him in truth, man. He just takes out the plans, the drawing plans, how to draw the kingdom of God in this world. He's the architect of this, just brings out the plans and preaches that word. See, those plans come out to the kingdom like this, from preaching, from sharing. See, he knew that. See? And so, forgot my point, but let's see if I can find it here.
You said, I worship in spirit and truth.
Oh, spirit and truth. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, listening. All right. Attentively. Yeah. So that's what the Lord is looking for. So now we're working on the internal temple, which is the greater temple. This is the one the Lord really wants. All that is practice and training. Is you do it externally first for that to be inside. It's very much like Tai Chi. In Tai Chi, they teach. I took Tai Chi, and they were teaching me to do this form, like this. And I went to the teacher, I think, and I said, "Well, what am I doing this for?" She said, "Just keep doing that, you know, and you'll see." And so I never did see because I never stuck with it. But where it goes is, where it goes is ultimately, it becomes internalized. See, it becomes internalized. So that's what external bhakti is meant to leave to the internalization. It becomes your actual feeling, your actual mood. You become that temple. You become, like Bhagavad Gita said, I am the ghee, I am the ingredients, I am everything, I am the worshiper. You become that, like a little Krishna in this world. See, you become all of that, but not the way Krishna is. You have your nature. You're the empowered version. You're a devotee. See? So even the plenary portion, like Nityananda and Advaita, they're also that, but they're big, the huge manifestation of that. But the devotee is this little small particle of that. So what is the difference? The Lord will use one little atom to preach to a whole universe here, like we're doing. Look how many people are coming from a little atom speaking. See, Adam's apple. Isn't that interesting? Adam's apple comes from, see, Adam's apple, the throat box. See, Adam's apple seeds, Johnny Appleseed, sowing the seed of the kingdom. That's what we're doing. We're Johnny Appleseeds here. Spreading the apple seed, see, growing this kingdom. This is how you do it. It's through the word. See, the word of God. See, the word of God at this level is the transcendental word that creates the transcendental kingdom. Where? On earth. We're creating the transcendental kingdom on earth. Isn't that amazing, Shamagori? Transcendental kingdom on earth. That prayer, I love to repeat it over and over again. So fantastic, because we're doing that. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. This is a little more conclusive version of the prayer. People say, as it is in heaven. Well, heaven ain't good enough. That's only good up there. Why do you want just good? Heaven and earth will, don't you know Jesus's words? Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word won't. Isn't that interesting? Well, this word won't either, because it comes from the plans, the plan of God. This is what you hear, is what he's doing here in this world. This is the new world order, my friends, not this demon version. It's only this is the new world order. You notice they're speaking a lot too. They're speaking in that they're trying to speak that into existence. That's what do you think all these movies are? They're all predictive programming. They're trying to program that reality. And look what we're doing. We're programming this reality. What's stronger? What's more fun? What's going to be more good? What's going to be more good for them, for those demons? They think win-lose is a great thing. What is this? You win, you become like, happy in sense gratification, which just takes you into the ground with all your money, control. You'll never be satisfied, like Hiranyakashipu. And then everybody else is a slave and miserable and limited and can't even think. They make them imbeciles. What kind of life is this? What kind of consciousness is that? Look at this. We make intelligent persons here. We make them very ecstatic in their feelings, overcome fear. You could be in this draconian nightmare and you'll never feel fear. Why would you? You got God, man. You'll be protected. Yeah. The more devotion we get, that's how you want to prepare for what's coming. You come here. That's the preparation, is what's going on here. Become more and more awakened, get Krishna grow in you more and more, get stronger and stronger. There's your preparation, man, because this all comes from him. All protection comes from Krishna, so why not stick with his protection? Yeah. He showed this. Tax collectors couldn't even hinder the Lord. He was so ecstatic and so protected by this devotion. Even tax collectors let him go through. The devotees were stopped, but the Lord was so ecstatic. And then from the crying of the Lord, he got the devotees through the tax collectors. What do you think's going on here? From all these tears, for 25 years of tears and laughing and choking up, calling the Lord, you guys are here. The tax collectors have moved aside. The tax collectors, that's Maya out there collecting her taxes. And you're the tax. You're her. You're her. What do you call commodity? You're her assets in the world. You're her servants. Not you guys. You guys are coming out of that, man. You're setting free. But people in the world are the assets of Maya. That's why you see the elite. They're servants of Maya. What do? They look at people like assets. They move them around. That's why they want to trace and track everything now. Because you're just an asset to them. You're not a person. You're not a person that deserves privacy like them. Oh yeah, they want to know everything we do, right? They want to know all our assets and everything we do and where we go and all that. But them, they want everything private. See, that's how Maya works. She works in the shadows, in the darkness. But she wants to be in track of all her assets, and that's everybody in the Maya. You see, it's coming down to that. But you want to be free of that? See, free of that is, hey, man, we're tracked and traced by Krishna. There's no need to serve Maya to do it. It's a lot of work to do that. Hey, man, we're already tracked and traced. Every hair, Jesus said, every hair on our head is counted. Everything is already going on like that. The Lord knows everything. He's omniscient, omnipotent. That's it. You got the best tracker and tracer in the universe. See, the world is the reflection of him. That's why they want to track and trace him. They want to not to make everything private. Do you notice that? I was thinking about this yesterday. In the world, they want to just take away privacy, so that everything is known to these elites who want to be like God. They want to know everything like God. Why? Because they're in God's reflection and dark shadow. So it makes them try to imitate God. Oh, we want to know everything. But do you think Bill Gates wants you to know anything about him? He wants to know everything about everybody in the world. But no, you think he wants to know anybody to know about him? See? So now, step in. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came to this world. He said, okay, I know everything about everybody in this world, but nobody knows anything about me, who I really am, my deepest desires. Nobody knows that. So I'm going to reveal that. I'm going to reveal my kingdom that nobody knows about. I know about everybody in there. Didn't Krishna say that in Bhagavad Gita? Everybody is in me, but I'm not in them. See, because you don't know. You don't know the Supreme Person, but we're all in him, right? This is called Maya. This is called illusion. We're all in that Lord, that transcendental Lord, but we don't know it. See? Because why? Because he's not in us. He is, but he isn't. He's dormant. He's just, he needs to be watered. He needs to be awakened. And then, then we're all in God, but he's also in us. See, this is the true path. This is what you get quickly here. That transcendental Lord starts to live inside you. You get real bhakti lata beads. You get in the sense of who and what God is. Even before that, you get to see it on the body. Externally, you see something going on in the temple of a devotee. Can't quite know what it is, but it's great. It's wonderful. It's like you've never seen anything like this before. It's attractive. Gets you looking. See? Gets you getting purified. Gets you hearing. The only path is the devotee. You got to see and you got to hear. You got to see that emanation. From them, ecstatic Brahma emanates, and by their word, ignorance is destroyed. Have we not destroyed Maya's kingdom even here? Can you see the kingdom of ignorance? Yeah, you were living in that because you didn't know what she's doing, but now.
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Picture is frozen, no sound.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Ram.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna.
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama.
Hare Krishna.
All right, we're back, I think.
Yeah.
Where are we? Something went wrong. Are we back now? Is it working? Yeah. Okay. So some of the gopis were milking cows when they heard Krishna's flute. They stopped milking and went off to meet him. Okay. Some of them were getting dressed, feeding milk to their infants, and rendering personal service to their husbands. But they all gave up these duties and went to meet Krishna. Okay. So there's a difference between our mundane life and spiritual life. See, this is what you get to know by being around real devotees. They show us that difference, otherwise nobody knows. They think their mundane life is their real life. No, it's only real for a time, and then when you die, it's like futile. You come back again, you got attached to your family and money. You had no other alternative. Here, this is the alternative. You become attached to the transcendental God, transcendental Lord. See, and then you might be back and forth. You got your husbands who are in the world, right? You feed your husbands, they feed you, this and that, just these duties. But Krishna becomes increasingly attracted to you by sadhu sangha. Now you're putting real money in your bank account, your transcendental bank account, by coming here, getting purified, becoming more attracted to what is real eternally. If you don't do that, you're living a futile life. Most people live futile lives for millions of lifetimes and don't get this. If you're the best fortune you get is in some life you meet a bona fide spiritual master. Bona fide means they know that real Krishna. You hang around long enough, you see they know somebody extraordinary. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is extraordinary, causes extraordinary transformations in their body. Extraordinary happiness you see manifested in them. Okay? And then you cultivate that. That's being guru. That's being a disciple. You're cultivating that attraction.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Showing a picture of gun again.
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Rama
Jai.
Rama Rama Hare
Guide
Hare
us.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama
Hare Rama. Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama Rama
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama.
Picture is
So
frozen.
my internet.
Now you're back, I think.
It's so I'm gonna have to end. Sorry about that, guys.
Now you're back.
I have to recharge my internet.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.